My dear teachers, students, and your parents, I'm here to wish you a very happy Christmas. Christmas always brings home joy, happiness, and peace. And very many times we wonder, what is the source of our happiness? What is the source of our peace? Today, in connection with Christmas, I would like to tell you a story. You like to hear it? I'm sure you are familiar with three wise men, three kings, who came to manger to see Jesus and offer him gifts. And connected with that, there is one story which imagines that there was a fourth wise man who couldn't join this team. They made all the arrangements when they saw the star that they will go together to Bethlehem to see Jesus, the baby king. And the fourth man, whose name was Artaban, he made all the arrangements and he came to meet his friends. But on the way, he found a man seriously wounded and lying on the roadside. He de-embarked from his horse and he nursed him, and he gave all the first aids and helped him until he became conscious and he is on his own leg. He continued his journey. Meanwhile, other three wise men, they waited for him a long time and then they left. When Artaban came, he did not see them, but he saw a small paper on which it was written, "Artaban, since you are late, we are starting our way. Please follow us through the desert." He was very sad because he didn't have anything with him to travel except he had three precious stones which he kept with him to offer to the king, the newborn king. And finally he had to sell one of the precious stone. And he bought a camel and all what he was in need for his journey, that long journey through the desert. He continued his way through the desert and he reached finally to Bethlehem. But he didn't see these three companions, three wise men. And he entered into a house, and there he saw a woman with a little child, newborn child. He asked her if she saw these three wise men there. She said, "They were here until last day, but now we do not know where he has gone. And I have heard that this little child and their parents also left from the place." He was very sad. Meanwhile, they heard a lot of noise outside because Herod the king, when he came to know that this wise man did not go back to him because he had the intention to kill Jesus, because he was afraid to know that a king is born. And he ordered to kill all the newborn children. And immediately a knock was there at their door, and a soldier just broke open the door and came in. And he saw the child. He was going to grab the child. Artaban immediately sensed the danger. He took one of those precious stones and offered him and said, "Please take this and leave this child." He grabbed the stone and went out and cried out, "There is no child here." And mother looked at him with uttermost gratitude. He started his journey. So now he has one more precious stone left. He decided that one he will offer to Jesus. Then from there he started to Egypt. That journey continued for 33 years. And finally, and on his way, he helped so many people in different ways, who were in need, who were hungry, who did not have clothes. And finally, he came to Bethlehem. He couldn't find him again there. He went, and then he heard that these days Jesus was there in Jerusalem. So he went to Jerusalem, and there he found something unnatural happening. People were all in commotion, and he asked what happened. One person told him, "There are 2 thieves to be crucified today, and more importantly, along with that, a young man. He was very good. He was doing miracles, healing the sick, feeding the poor." And then he asked, what happened then? But he claimed that he was the Son of God. So people did not like that, and he is going to be crucified today. Arthaban immediately became very sad because he knew it was this Jesus that he was searching for last 33 years. He ran to Calvary where he is going to be crucified. And immediately he saw a woman being dragged away, and she was bitterly crying. And she said to him, as the soldiers were dragging her away, "Sir, please help me. My father was also a wise man like you, but he couldn't earn anything. So we were in debt. My father died, so they are taking me away to sell me so that they can regain all the money my father borrowed from them." He was really in dilemma, whether he should stand there and help this woman, or he should run to Calvary so that before at least they crucify him, he can meet him. He can just see him alive. But he couldn't go. He took out the last precious stone which he kept for last 33 years and gave to her and said, "You sell it. This will be enough for all your needs." And he ran to Calvary. Immediately there was an earthquake. He fell down, and a piece of rock hit him, and it wounded him. He was almost going unconscious, and he prayed in his heart, "Lord, I searched for you last 33 years. All my companions had the luck to come and offer you their gifts. I couldn't offer it to you. I couldn't meet you." Then he heard a voice saying to him, "No, Arthapan, before them you met me. It was I who was lying down there on the roadside. You nursed me. It was I whom you saved with your second precious stone from the soldier's hand. I accepted your gift, and you saved me. And finally, just now, I was there in that woman. When you offered your last gift, which you kept for me, that precious gift, you gave to me, and I really accepted it." My dear friends, it is a story. But this story has so many things to tell us during this Christmas time. And that is the greatest message we could receive. Every wise man in the world today continue seeking God. And the real wise men are those who can find God in the human beings, in our near and dear ones, in the people who are in needy, in those who are hungry, in those who are in poverty, in those people who are in need of our help, maybe with money, our time, our talents, in any way. Dear children, you too will find your own friends who are in need. You will turn to be a wise man or a wise woman if you are ready to help them, if you are ready to see their needs and go down to help them. There may be some of your friends who misunderstood you. You will be a wise man if you are able to forgive that person and bring him home to your heart. There is a saying, there can be 1,000 cribs. You too made cribs in your classrooms, remember. We had a beautiful crib in our auditorium made by our teachers. There can be thousands of cribs during the Christmas time in all over the world. But if Jesus is not born in your heart, the celebration is empty. It is meaningless. I wish you all a Merry Christmas. I wish and pray that your home becomes a manger today where Christ is born. God bless you all.